And we're still at the Flywheelers here in Fort Meade, Florida. Horse News Network showing you there's a church in the the old town section. They have quite a few old tractors. You can bring a golf cart. They run these about 4 times a year. You'd have to look them up. There's usually one in November, January, and February, and then they have like a Christmas in December. They decorate this area. You drive through it, but the flea market part of the event and so forth usually is not running in the one in December. The rest of them, it's really worth coming out and checking out. Yeah, last year I walked through the church. Here's the church one more time. This year is 2022, so you'll know the time we're doing this video. Be a quick walkthrough just so you can see what it looks like. It lists church services here, but I do not know if they actually do perform services here or not. This is what it looks like. Quite an interesting little church. You certainly could have religious services here if you wanted to. Out back of the church, over here to the side, is a cemetery. It's always been a debate whether or not there's real graves here or not. We actually do not know, so if anybody does, you feel free to comment. And here's the florist in the booming town of Flywheelers, USA. I have no idea what to call this little town. I think they should name it, don't you? I'm not sure what this building, oh, this is the village quilter. Get all kind of quilts and so forth. We might take a quick look. Don't want to make this video too long because people may not want to look at that. Very nice, very nice. And we have an antique store here on the grounds. As you can see, attic memories. Now here's something I don't know if very many people know about or have ever seen. This is called a cantilever barn. These originated in Sweden, Scotland, and Ireland. Nobody really knows exactly why they're a cantilever. I don't know if you can see it, but the bottom floor is only like 2 small pieces that hold up the top. But the most common belief is that they used to charge you taxes on the amount of square footage you had sitting on the ground. So they came up with the idea to save on taxes. You would only put 2 small parts and cantilever the top of the building off the ground, therefore you wouldn't have to pay taxes on it. So there's 2 cantilevers on the bottom, and then you could feed your animals, they could get under the shelter, they could walk under, and as you can see here, there's one column there, and then the building itself is suspended. Quite interesting.
So when the wheels move, that's going to be the official time.
They're going to assemble this Model T in record time and crank it up and drive it off.
Bear with us. Alrighty, I'm going to do the countdown. We'll get started here. Alrighty. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
And they're off. Here we go. Assembled by hand.
Put the wheels on.
You could build cars this quick these days. They would be cheap.
Lift the frame here. Using a speed wrench to put the lug nuts on. Alrighty, I'm gonna hold the frame here.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
They've been doing this on this exact same car they say for 30 years. Exact car. Time's ticking.
Alright.
There you go.
Alright. Get out of the way. Now we're bringing up the front end. You're going to get that ball in the socket. You got to get that ball in the socket. That gives it a fine adjustment. All right.
Yeah, but as they say, if it won't fit, you need a bigger
Now we're
hammer.
going to bring the rear end up.
Here comes the rear end of the car. They got the front end all ready. The motor's already in. The chassis are ready.
Now we gotta
Here
get
comes the rear
wiggle
end.
pin in the wobble shaft. The wiggle pin goes in the wobble shaft.
The wiggle pin goes in the wobble shaft. That's what she said. I didn't say it.
1 minute 38 seconds. Come on.
1 minute 38 seconds.
All right, now we're gonna put the rear wheels on. Again, use some speed wrenches to get that lug nut. We need somebody to put this, or Dennis will put the other wheel. That gives it another fine adjustment. Use that speed wrench to get that other lug nut in there. All right, now we're gonna bring the body up.
Here comes the body.
Alright, gotta match the hold of the notch. Alright,
Comes steering wheel, steering column,
starting to put
the rear bed.
Time 2 minutes 45 seconds. Okay, get the fender on. Be careful, you're scratching it up. You're gonna scratch it all out. Alright. Get the other fender on.
One fender's on.
Get our driver in.
Got us a driver.
Got a passenger
Got a passenger to go with him.
today. Super exciting. Gotta get the other fender on. Get the radiator on.
I think it's the second time.
Get the radiator. Fire the hose. Alright.
And she's fired up, folks, and the horn works. Three minutes, 45 seconds, fully assembled Model T car. Smoking. And here's the lawnmower shops. Also sells some chairs, various other things, and toys, and bicycles, and a few other things at the Flywheelers. International Harvesters were sold for many years. They eventually went out of business, and I think they merged with several other companies, including Case at various times. So I think there's a remnant of International left. I don't really know exactly, but the original buildings all look just like this. They had black and red letters. The buildings were always white and were always trimmed in bright engine red. This is the schoolhouse. They actually hold classes for the kids. It's I think it's 15-20 minute class, something like that, and handwriting and various other things. They have a retired teacher that comes here. She does this for the event, and the kids have a really good time. I'll let you look. Classes in session, so shh, be real quiet. Look at that. It's an old-time schoolroom. And this is the small miniature train station. Let you have a look inside. The man put all this together by himself. There's the trains. They actually are functioning. I'll hit one. And they do run. If you push the buttons, the trains run on the tracks. And a lot of it was made by hand. This is the jail. Should have stepped back. Here you are. The sheriff's department right here.
Real jail cell right.
That is a real jail cell that was actually used. This is the stand-in deputy for.
I'm a self-appointed sheriff now.
He is the sheriff.
Self-appointed.
He's not Don Rowan, but he is appointed, self-appointed, to take Don Rowan's place.
Yep, Dawn's up in Pennsylvania.
Don's in Pennsylvania. What's your name?
Jim.
This is Jim. And here is a real, authentic jail cell. Obviously, as you can tell here, when you check in, it's kind of like Hotel California. You never check out. This is it. Poor old Bill. Pirate Bill, I think. He's got a scarf around his head. He shouldn't have been out pirating. He went to the wrong place. They also have some artifacts in here. If I move too fast and make you dizzy, I'm sorry. Some antique pistols. Some memorabilia for various times. An old cash register, old uniforms, an old Mountie uniform, or probably a highway patrol, or it's probably, actually I'm sorry, it's probably military. Some hats, and of course some memorabilia from Mayberry with Don Knotts. This is the Thingamabob gadget place. You will see all kind of wild things here. Okay. Got merry-go-rounds. Everything is run by steam engines or something that electric engines or something that will run them. They're all handmade. Quite a few different kinds of things for kids to come by and play. But they're all made by hand. So if you come out and don't think the kids will have anything to do, they'll enjoy this. It's very interesting. And I don't know what you would call these buggies, but they're, I guess that was the first big wheel before the big wheel came out, but that's a little bigger than what you would think. And here's the Bulldog Express rolling its way in from Peoria, Illinois. Looks like he's just stalling out. It's quite a little setup. You see all kind of things like this at the Flywheelers. Whistle actually works. And the guy on the back, he is the one that keeps everything going. And this is Wild Willy's. Wild Willy's used car store. Actually, they're used up cars. Quite a variety he has here. How would you like to take one of them down I-95 or I-75? I'm afraid you would be in danger. And there you go. This must be the place of action because, as you can see, the car that's in front obviously belongs to a very important individual. And they seem to like hunting, apparently. They even carry their own outhouse with them. I see there that they like rip. And I think it might be occupied, so we better watch out about that. Inside the store, they've got some interesting things. I'll just let you see without much commentary. All kinds of machines that play music, player piano, not sure what that is. Oh, it plays, as you can see, there's drums in the bottom and a steel drum in the top. So they play various kind of instruments that play on their own. Pretty interesting. That one plays a guitar and drums and a banjo. He'll start one for us so we'll know that it actually works. It's a whole band. Listen to that. There's the Village Bank. Every town needs a bank. And that's it. Right on Main Street. And of course, every village needs a fire station. Equipped with the latest equipment. This is the brush truck number 52. And the firemen, of course, are on duty every minute of the day just to make sure everything's okay. Here's some old pumpers from back in the day. I guarantee you, you didn't put out a lot of fires with them. But at least you had a job. Very old for sure. And this is Morgan's Tractors. They have a memorial to Mr. Morgan. Apparently he passed away in 2007 and his wife passed away in 2002. So it was A.M. Morgan and Lil Morgan. This was their building out here. And it still stands in tribute to their life. Various old tractors. It's an old wheel horse. I remember when I was in school they had a wheel horse that did the mowing around the school. There's some more tractors and stuff, and there's a few old trucks. Old flatbed, PFO, from Skunk, PA, wherever Skunk, PA is. There's a Rio. It's a nice looking vehicle. That's a Rio. Morgan's Trucking. Morgan must have had a trucking company at one time. Okeechobee, Florida, it says. So Morgan must have been from Okeechobee, apparently. It's an old John Deere. Couldn't tell you what model it is. It should say somewhere, but I don't see it. A Massey Harris. I don't know if that was pre-Massey Ferguson or after. I couldn't tell you for sure. A few other tractors and stuff. Here's the Apple Shack. Making some apples there for you. How you doing? And then we hear Weir's Appliances. Looks like Weir's Appliances has got Weir's Tractors and got one golf cart. So that was Weir's Appliances here at Flywheelers. Farmers Co-op, and they have a water wheel here. They use the wheel to run machines, various machines. Just proves water has a lot of power. There's also a little creek that runs around here to the side of the building. And I'll go inside real quick and let you see some of the things they have inside. Various machines that run different things, pulleys. Just proves that if you can get some kind of power, not all these machines, but the ones here, these machines, starting with this one, they are all run by the water wheel outside. Every single one. Look at all the machines you can run. All these machines are run off of this pulley that runs all the way across the building and runs off of water power. And how about a wagon camper? This looks like an old covered wagon. Of course, it really isn't. It's more modern. I don't know how old it is. It's probably got some age on it. However, I do think they have something here that will tell us. But there's what it looks like on the side. And I look inside. Now, folks, how would you like to camp in there? Pretty neat, huh? It has a stove. It has a bed. Look at that old wood stove. Has plenty of room. Even has a lamp. Says that these actually originally started in 1885. So in 1885 they built wagons similar to this for camping. The Boiler Room Saloon. And we'll go in and have a look. And there is the saloon at Flywheelers in Fort Meade, Florida. Nice little bar. Surely some of the Flywheeler people on the wall there. Good old sarsaparilla soda on the tables. A piano. And various other libations. And a checker table to play checkers. You got all kinds of things here. Got Coors Light. You got Berlin Beer Draft, Lone Star. Even have a Harley Davidson motorcycle beer. Not many people probably know about that one. And they got rum, they got Miller, Native, Grant, and numerous others. Stop on by and have a good time. This is the 2022 in November. Got a Sawmill over here we're going to show you a little bit of. Big steamer. There's the steam engine that runs the Sawmill. We're going around so you can see it a little better. As you can see, there's a long belt, flat belt, run to the steam engine, and then it does a half twist, comes over to the barn, runs off of some pulleys, and as you can see, there's a huge saw over there. Quite a deal. Not bad at all. Got a carriage, see the carriage sliding back and forth. Quite an interesting setup. There's the Gulf station, equipped with all the latest equipment. Obviously, I don't see any pumps, so I guess the pumps are inside. Well, I don't know how you would get your car to the pump, but there it is. Dino gasoline from Sinclair. How many people out there remember Sinclair? Oh, I remember we used to have one in town. Sometime they'd give away the little Sinclair dinosaur to the kids. Every time you filled up your tank, you'd get a dish or a glass or something like that. And if you filled up enough times at the same station for repeat service, then you could end up with a whole set of dishes or a whole set of glasses.